The Bible's divine blueprint, a mathematical tapestry. From Genesis to Revelation, the numbers behind the narrative. Explore the astonishing mathematical patterns, from the number 7 to the prime number 37, that weave through the Bible, suggesting a divine author behind its text. The Bible's profound spiritual message is supported by an intricate layer of mathematical design. For many, these patterns are not coincidences but the signature of a divine author, encoding his nature and plan into the very fabric of the text. Part 1. The Master Pattern of Completion, the number 7. The number 7 is the Bible's foundational number of completion, perfection, and divine fulfillment. Its presence is overwhelming and structurally embedded. Genesis 1:1. The creation account is built on sevens, 7 Hebrew words, 28 letters, 4 times 7, and numerous other features, like the value of the verb created being 203, which is 29 times 7. The center of the Bible has 1,188 chapters. The middle chapter is Psalm 118. The central verse, Psalm 118:8, states the core message: it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man. The genealogy of Jesus, Matthew on this list, is a mathematical marvel. Scholars have identified 75 different features divisible by 7, including the number of words, letters, vowels, nouns, and names. The odds of this happening by chance are astronomically low. The life of Jesus: he made 7 I am statements and spoke 7 statements from the cross, the last being, it is finished, the word of completion. The book of Revelation, this final book, is structured around sevens, 7 churches, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and 7 bowls, depicting God's complete and final plan. Part 2. The divine building block, the number 37. The prime number 37 appears as a fundamental building block in both the Old and New Testaments, often highlighting God's creative and redemptive power. In the Old Testament, key concepts, words like wonderful, Passover, rock, and sanctuary, are all multiples of 37. Key verses: the value of the entire phrase, and the Spirit of God hovered over the waters, Genesis 1:2, is 1369, which is 37x 37. The same value, 1369, is found for, he was pierced for our transgressions. Isaiah 53:5, linking creation and redemption. In the New Testament, the name of Jesus, the Greek name iota I to sigma omicron upsilon, Jesus, has a value of 888, which is 37 times 24. The title, Christ, the Greek Chi-Rho iota sigma tau omicron, Christ, has a value of 1480, which is 37 times 40. Key verses, declarations like, he is the image of the invisible God, Colossians 1:15, also have a value of 1369, 37x 37. Part 3. Profound patterns in specific passages. Revelation's final, chapters 20 to 22. The total numerical value of these 3 chapters is 838,656. This number factors into a stunning theological statement. 838,656 is equal to 26, YAH-WEH, x 888, Jesus, x 373, the Word. This seals the entire biblical story with the identity of the Godhead, the Father, YAH-WEH, the Son, Jesus, and the creative Word. The baptism of Jesus, Matthew 3:16. The Spirit of God descended like a pi epsilon rho iota sigma tau epsilon rho alpha, dove. The value of this Greek word is 801. In Revelation 20-13, Jesus calls himself the Alpha and Omega. Alpha, 1, plus Omega, 800, also equals 801. This symbolized the entire essence of God, from beginning to end, descending upon Jesus. Abram's 318 men, Genesis 14:14. When Abram rescued his nephew Lot, he took 318 trained men. The name of his trusted servant and heir was Eliezer, which means, my God is helper. The numerical value of Eliezer in Hebrew is 318. This is seen as a subtle message that Abram's true help came not from his militia, but from God. The Garden of Eden, Genesis 2:2-3. Using equidistant letter sequences, ELS, researchers have found the names of over 25 fruits, plants, and trees, like wheat, grape, olive, and almond, hidden within the Hebrew text describing the Garden of Eden. This suggests a rich, layered design in the creation narrative. Frequently asked questions, FAQs. What is the purpose of these patterns? They are seen as a divine signature, providing a layer of evidence for the Bible's supernatural inspiration. They show a coherent design that transcends the 1,500 years and multiple human authors it took to write the Bible. Couldn't this just be coincidence? While any single pattern might be dismissed, the cumulative weight of hundreds of intricate, interconnected patterns, across two languages and spanning the entire text, makes the coincidence argument statistically improbable for believers. The odds of features like the genealogy in Matthew 1 occurring by chance are calculated to be 1 in many trillions. Do I need to understand this to have faith? No. Not at all. The primary message of the Bible is spiritual and accessible to everyone. These mathematical patterns are like the hidden wiring in a beautiful building. You don't need to see it to live in it, but discovering it reveals the incredible care and intelligence of the architect. What is the main takeaway? The God of the Bible is a God of order, design, and purpose. From the first verse of Genesis to the last chapter of Revelation, the text itself testifies to a master designer, whose plan from creation to redemption is perfectly and wonderfully complete.